What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Life's a Garden. If you're new to the program, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube, follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts. When you're done with that, tell a friend, share the program. It really does help grow this thing, and it's very much appreciated. Today's guests are a pair of musicians based right here in the Billings scene. They have performed in several different projects, as well as played a multitude of shows over the last several years, many of which I've been fortunate enough to attend, as well as have my band play right alongside them. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Alex Fedek and Nick Montee-Shay. Together they are Spiked Mind. All right, boys, we're underway.
Sweet.
Thanks for coming on. Nice. Jinx. In sync already.
Always.
Yeah, we do that a lot.
Surprisingly a lot.
Don't you love it? Just be around somebody long enough and then end up acting fairly, or, responding the same way type thing.
It's even better because we used to hate each other. So.
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You guys went to
yeah.
high school together.
Yeah. Well, it was
Unfortunately.
after high school, too. You hated us at Hamfest and after, so.
I did, yeah. I
Yeah.
had some beef.
Yeah, high school's a whole different time. We all grow.
It was his beef to have.
Were you guys all in like music and stuff in high school too then?
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
technically in a band in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, senior high has this modern band. And so it's like the school rock band project. And
Okay.
so Nick was in that for a bit, and I was there, and we hated each other. So, yeah.
Hey, I've had similar situations with old classmates, so and then you end up becoming friends later, so.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Well, and now we're...
No.
Okay, not bad.
Well, before we dive too deep into all the music stuff, which we definitely will, I always like to start off my shows, my guest episodes at least, with 10 random questions for the guests.
All right.
Kind of just a lightning round, a little bit of an icebreaker. So I'll start off with a few music-related questions, and then we'll kind of get a little bit more obscure.
Ooh.
What age did you start playing music?
Nick, you go first.
I got a drum set when I was like 10, maybe. And then I started playing violin in like 4th or 5th grade. And then I got my first guitar in 2017. And it's just been
Just constant. So
just constant.
all kinds of different
all
instruments.
kinds of different stuff.
That's good. It's
So-
good to be well versed. I can't play a single one, so.
This dude's a powerhouse of a musician. It's insane. I'll tell people all the time, he's a better guitar player than I am. I can write catchy songs, and that's about it.
All guitar players are better than I am. So.
Yeah,
Respect.
I didn't even start playing guitar until high school. I don't even think I started until like halfway through high school. But for music, I don't know, whenever band started, I was playing a trumpet.
Okay, so you like just high school band or like middle school,
band,
elementary school.
yeah. So I played trumpet. I honestly wasn't really that into it. I was gonna quit music.
Really?
And then eventually something clicked, and I got like really into jazz, which is surprising. But yeah, no. All throughout high school, I was really big on jazz, and then eventually I got into that. Somehow led into punk, and then I started getting into guitar.
Nice. All right, that's a good like road to follow.
True.
The band or artist that inspired you the most is, I guess let's more talk about like to be in a band.
Ooh,
to start playing like a band type situation.
Well, Nick's thinking about it. It's gonna be so basic bitch of me, but it's Weezer.
Nice.
I listened and I bought every single one of Weezer's albums when you still had to buy them on iTunes.
Oh yeah.
And I still have them downloaded. I would listen to all of those albums on repeat. So there's something just like, I don't know. I always felt that there was something similar between Rivers Cuomo and me. Granted, he's a much better musician than I am, but maybe I'll get there one day.
Hey, It's always good to have inspirations.
Oh
So there's two. The band that got me like wanting to play music was probably the Foo Fighters.
Nice.
I'm a
Oh.
I'm a really big Foo Fighters fan.
That checks out.
More specifically Dave Grohl, but the band that got me like wanting to be in a band was Cold Snap 9.
Okay.
An old like late 90s, early 2000s local punk band.
Nice.
They're like from Laurel, I believe.
It sounds familiar, actually.
yeah, we met the
they're-
bass player recently.
Yeah, no, that was.
It's not a name I'm
insane.
like overly familiar with, but it does sound familiar.
I hadn't even heard of
What was it one more
until
time?
recently.
Cold Snap 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
still find their stuff on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love when like a local band can inspire like that too. Because you're like, oh, I'm from here. We're like, we can do
What
this.
the heck?
Well, and like I've always loved like punk music. Like I grew up listening to like the Ramones and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like I just like stumbled across a video. One of my buddy's dads was showing me old like Quash and Jarrah and like old Endeavor videos.
Yes.
And then I just stumbled across Cold Snap 9 and I was like, wait, there was a punk band that was like
Just right here.
Like that's so cool.
It's all possible.
You know, I will say when we were first getting into bands, there is other local inspiration too. If you ever knew like Caleb Haynes and those dudes, like
Yep.
Greyjoy, when it was Silver Bow Society and such, those bands were very inspirational. I
Rookie
saw them
Card.
doing that. Rookie Card was so awesome. Now it's Flyover States and they're killing it. So it was just like, it's good to see them as they keep succeeding and being like, I'm coming after you.
It's always nice to have all that. All just the local inspiration and like the bigger picture inspiration, you know, like,
Oh, yeah.
or the ones that broke through, I guess I should
Yep.
say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the name of the first band you were ever in?
You go.
Do Fish Make Noise?
Okay. Oh, really? That was
yeah,
your first.
Hilarious.
I started Do Fish Make Noise. It was me and one other person.
Okay.
Who he's not in the band anymore, but it was just me and him, and we did acoustic grunge covers.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
we played like weddings and like bachelorette parties and.
for that being your first band, that's pretty impressive. Like you guys did. I mean, are you guys still together?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, you guys have been doing solid, consistent
Shows.
performing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Way more than like shit. Even when I was in high school, just out of high school, like it was hard for us to get that many gigs. So
Yeah, no, I started that while I was still in high school,
nice.
and I just like, it is what it is now. It's evolved so much.
Yeah, you guys put in a lot of good work.
It's been like 6 or 7 years now, so yeah,
Damn,
it's wild.
crazy.
It's gonna sound so weird. So I guess as far as rock goes, Spike Mine was my first rock band like thing I wanted to do. But I had a jazz band before that. It was literally just such a stupid name too. It was literally just called Bam the Jazz Band. That was it. We played at Craft Local and stuff when they were in the small venue, and we played a few like weddings and stuff. But yeah, so just had my own jazz band.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Like I said, I was really into it. I still have all my jazz books. So I still have 3 trumpets.
Damn, hey, that's awesome. What would you say is your favorite genre of music? I think I can guess yours. Favorite genre of music outside of what you play or normally listen to?
Whoa, honestly, mine's jazz. Like being like the punk guy. Like I literally have punk rock tattooed on my knuckles.
Yeah.
But like,
You can't tell, but
yeah, knuckle tats don't last. But like honestly, like jazz. I love jazz.
Okay. Figured that's what you would say.
it's such a weird mix. I would have to say I really
Next country.
no. I like old country. I hate stadium country, like fake country.
He likes Florida Georgia Line.
No, that's
Old gangster rap.
I do like some old gangster rap. I would say it's just gotten so like mismatchy for me. I guess the thing I always fall back to is like the indie stuff, like Modest Mouse kind of stuff.
Sure.
I listen to a lot of Modest Mouse. So
Nothing wrong with that. That's Lucas, our drummer. He really loves Modest Mouse.
good. There's so few of us, but it's so good.
Yeah, I have nothing wrong. I have nothing against it. I don't know a lot of it, but
He
No,
got
it's
me into
fine.
Modest Mouse.
yeah.
Yeah, we
I
were
actually
going to a
stole his
Missoula
playlist.
show. Yeah,
For real?
I have a Modest Mouse like compilation playlist I like to listen to.
Love that. All right. We're going to get into more obscure ones here.
Okay.
What is the number one place on your list to visit?
Tokyo.
I'm gonna go super specific. I want to go to the Moulin Rouge in France.
Nice.
Ooh,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to go to Tokyo. Specifically, I just want to go see like different restaurants. It always
heard
boils
it's
down
all-
to food for me.
Okay.
I love food.
Why specifically the Moulin Rouge?
I really liked the movie with Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, just like doing more research on it, just like I don't know. I just really like the Moulin Rouge.
Well, that's hey, nothing wrong with
Why
that.
did Ewan like it? Was it because it was the high ground?
I'm done. I'm gonna just leave.
Yeah, we're just gonna call it short.
Yeah.
Italian, Mexican, or Chinese?
Food, right?
I'm so glad you.
Okay. What was the question?
If you hadn't made that joke, I was gonna make that joke. So that's why I worded it the way.
Holy shit.
Food, yes.
Okay. What were the options again?
Italian, Mexican, or Chinese?
Oh God. Gosh.
That made me lightheaded.
You know, even though I find it most of the time it's not as easily accessible to food, but I do wish it was a little easier. It's definitely like Italian.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the Italian we get is like, I don't know, it's
Nah.
fake white people shit. It's not like real classic Italian stuff.
Well, that's pretty much the same with all the other options
It's
too.
true. Rio Sabina's. They closed for a reason. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, yeah.
I'm talking
I mean,
like top tier
there
of
was like
every one
if
of
there
those.
was a top tier of everyone, it's Brazilian food.
Oh, okay.
Brazilian food, hardcore. I worked
That
in a
wasn't an
Brazilian
option,
restaurant.
Alex.
I know it wasn't an option, but it is now.
I like Italian food.
Yeah,
But I also like the bastardized white version of Italian food, so
Okay, fair enough.
I like it all.
We took a pizza and made a fancy hot pocket.
If you could have dinner with 4 people, dead or alive, who would they be?
Ooh.
Oh gosh, that's gonna take a lot of brain power that I don't have. Isaac Brock, lead singer of Modest Mouse. Gosh. Anthony Bourdain.
Okay.
That'd be very interesting. The chef of the Field House when he was still here. He lives in Portland now, but Ben Harmon. It'd be great to spend some time with him again. And just my dad. Yeah.
Sweet.
So, he's not dead or nothing, but
Just-
I just haven't spent a lot of time with him recently, so it'd be nice.
I like that.
Alex's mom. Oh, I don't know.
You ain't got that kind of money.
He's got expensive taste.
Peter Steele. Rudy Sarzo, the bass player for Quiet Riot and Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be rough, though? Here, could you take the check? I'm not gonna take. I know it's the wrong band. I just wanted to. I'm sorry.
It's We're, not I'm, by the way. Just saying.
I know. I don't know
Anyway.
what their pronouns are, Nick.
Fat Mike.
Whoa. Pause.
No, I
thought you hated Fat Mike.
I do. I want to talk mad shit.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be people we like, right? That was not specified.
All right. Hitler, Osama bin
Shit. That's hard, man.
We can always come back around if you...
Honestly, probably Isaac Brock.
Oh?
Like yeah.
There you go.
Just to
He's
like
like
gauge
interesting.
his mind. He's such a weird dude.
That's always a hard question, too.
Yeah,
I always can't narrow it down. Best concert you've attended?
Attended. Can we have also played at it?
Sure. I mean, if it's what you would consider to be the best concert you've been to.
House show in Missoula. We played a house show in Missoula, and they packed like 200 people into this basement, and it's called the Hockey House, and it was just so cool. The last show, we got to play the last show there because they got evicted because of it.
Oh, wow.
But it was so just awesome. Like 200 people packed in there. It was us. We met a band called Jade. They're amazing. Just Another Day on Earth. And then Poverty Porn, they played there. I think that was like as they were starting to like make their more recent comeback. And then, in fact, you guys have a show with Poverty Porn Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, yeah. And then, oh my God, Apocalyptic was the other band.
That's a good
They don't
name.
even have like a page or anything, but they were super cool. They were really cool. But it was just amazing. There's like people are tucking beer cans like up in the rafters and shit, and then people were trying to crowd surf even though there's like this much fucking clearance for them to do it.
Yeah.
People were up the stairs, and people were just like hanging out in the kitchen because they couldn't get down into the basement to hear it.
By the end of our set, I had to stand on top of, because at this point I was playing bass for Spiked Mind. I had to stand on top of my bass amp because there was just too many people.
Is this by like the railroad tracks?
No.
Okay, I'm thinking of
not-
a different spot then.
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
that's
It's
it.
like, where is it in Missoula? It's like next to a park. It's like
Okay.
literally there's a church, big parking lot, this house, and then a park right in front of it. It's
Gotcha.
like on the curve.
Okay.
It's just it was so cool though.
Yeah, I've never been to that one. That sounds fun though.
Yeah, apparently it was
really
like
fun.
big back in the day as like a punk house. And it was just so fucking cool.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah, it was really fun.
And then
I don't know, man. Two come to mind. I got to see 311 at Red Rocks.
ooh.
As like one of my first like real concerts. That was amazing.
Red Rocks is dope.
It's either that or the first time I saw the Melvins.
That would be sick.
I've seen them 3 times.
Did you go
Actually,
see-
I just
Yeah.
went and saw them with Napalm Death. Such a good show.
Was
I
that-
actually think I broke my foot.
Oh
It's,
shit.
Oh, it was amazing.
Was that at the Elm?
Mhm.
That's such a great venue too.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
wanna play
no,
there
it was-
one day.
So good. The first time I saw them, though, it was... I forgot one of the opening bands, but it was Mr. Flies and the Melvins, and I like wasn't even in the pit at all. I was like right in front of King Buzzo, and he like we made eye contact. He's like one of the biggest inspirations, like guitar wise and just like stage presence wise. I love him so much, but we like made eye contact, and like I started crying.
Don't you love that?
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Like outer body type experience when
Yeah,
that shit
no,
happens.
it was so cool.
You just never expect that shit, and then of course you're like, oh wow.
You're up front. You're like,
It's only happened like maybe a couple times for me, but I know exactly what you're talking about. All right, last couple here. Most famous person you've ever met. If there's nobody, that's fine too.
I've technically met Rudy Sarzo,
Okay, very nice.
so like I guess that
Was it like one of those like quick meet and greet
Yeah,
type
yeah,
situations?
yeah.
Yeah, I count that.
I guess also a bit quicker, but I met the entire band Teenage Bottle Rocket.
Very nice.
So that was really cool. I didn't even know that they were just from Wyoming.
Oh, really?
Yep, they're literally from Wyoming. I just didn't know, but they played a really killer show at the Gallatin Labor Temple. It was so cool.
Sick.
I met Mike Nine from I Hate God, the lead singer.
Okay.
And he signed my whole arm. Like, that was pretty cool. I wish I had it tattooed, but
I wish there was more setups. Like I remember back in the day for shows, I'm assuming it was like they opened for somebody and then they were like at their merch stand. Is that kind of how it was?
actually they opened up for Clutch.
Okay.
And I just caught him as he went out to go buy a beer.
Oh, sick.
Or no, he actually came, he was coming, like, from the, like, back door where the green rooms are at the pub station into that side door.
Mm.
And he just, like, went to go take a piss or something. And I was just like, yo, you. I also really like Jimmy Bauer,
Okay.
the guitar player for I Hate God. He's in, I believe he plays drums for Down.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I was just like, everything about I Hate God was amazing. So.
See, I feel like it doesn't happen as often anymore where opening bands will like go and stand by their merch booth and then sign shit. Like every now and again you'll see it, but
I got to meet Tiger Cub. They opened up.
I think
so. It was Tiger Cub, I Hate God, and Clutch. So
I think I was at that show.
It was
was that the pub station? Well, obviously you said
yeah. No, it was a bitchin' show.
No, I definitely was there.
Loved it though because it was like pop rock, sludge doom metal, dad rock. Like it was so great. But it was like before they blew up, so they were like all at their merch table, and I was like, that was awesome. Like, where are you guys from? And they're just like British as fuck. And I'm just like, oh well. Cool.
Yeah, I love that shit. I mean, I don't think I've ever met any big band. I remember I met Red. Like, they kind of were somewhat big afterwards. Mm-hmm. But, like, nobody that really became super huge, I don't think. Oh, no, Hailstorm. I met Hailstorm when they...
Oh, really?
Yeah, they opened for Shinedown, like, in 2006 or something like that. So, way before...
How old were you then?
I would have been 12.
That's Now we make you feel really old.
Oh, yeah.
I was 5.
I was... What'd you say? What year?
2006.
I was 2.
Yeah. Well, that's how this works, guys.
Checks out.
Eventually, I got to start feeling old at some point.
I do that to my coworkers all the time. They'll be like, yeah, this was back in 2002. And I was like, yeah, I was 1.
Well, and then I get to do that to the old guys at the bar, too, so it's all good.
Checks out.
All right, last question before we start getting into some real conversations here. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
Objectively, yes,
Don't.
actually. So, but only specifically with Hawaiian. So, and that's just because. So, fun fact: I went to culinary school, and so technically the flavor profiles of both pineapple and ham go very well with each other. Mixed with the cheese and sauce, it really does work.
No.
But people can dislike it if they want.
Well, it's a personal question. It's just more like, do you like it or not, essentially.
I like it, yeah. And honestly...
Are you serious right now?
I do.
You're about to witness the breakup of fucking.
But it also comes from the fact that pineapple helps aid, it's enzymatic, so it helps aid in digestion. So it's honestly a more pleasant pizza to eat and not feel like you have to shit your brains out after.
We got a whole science lesson on pineapple pizza.
Sorry, I'm a food nerd.
That makes sense now as far as...
I'm thoroughly pissed off right now.
Well, that makes the...
Oh, I'm sorry, mister. I brought an entire gallon of sweet tea to this
You know what? I'm thirsty.
Yeah, thirsty for low blood sugar and diabetes.
Let's promote your guys' stuff. Where can people find you?
Spotify,
Instagram,
Apple Music,
Spotify,
YouTube,
Spotify,
Deezer. We actually are on Deezer. I don't know why. No, I mean, we've got Facebook, Instagram. We even have a TikTok, although we both hate TikTok. I find it just annoying more than anything. I even posted, so we've been doing like the photo a day for June since we're taking June off. And the third one I put up today, the song is just kicking you down the stairs. Okay, they took it down because of the song.
Oh God.
It's too violent. I'm like, whatever, dude.
Well, and it
I
sucks
have a
that
happy song about killing yourself. You gonna take that one down?
It sucks that it's such a huge platform for promoting, because I mean it's kind of become one of those things where you kind of have to have one. We've never had one. We've talked about it, but it's just like,
It's hard to keep up with too.
Oh, dude, I barely keep up with our Instagram. Like, I'll post stuff on Facebook and then totally forget about Instagram, or vice versa. I'll do the Instagram and be like, oh, I don't have them linked up because some things I just don't want to say the same on
different platforms.
And tags are different sometimes, so it's like, but I'll just space it out, even though like they're right next to each other.
But yeah. No, we're out there though.
If we didn't mention before, we do have Spotify. So
Oh my God.
Well, Spotify.
I'll leave a link to the Spotify in the description, as well as to like your social media stuff.
Yeah.
So.
What's nice is there's new stuff coming. So we're just finishing
On
up in the
Spotify.
studio. Shut up.
Hey, this is on Spotify too, so it's helping promoting it all.
Check it out. Yeah, we got new stuff happening in the studio. We're almost done with what will be our first album.
Sweet.
And then when we put that out, we'll be taking down some of the old stuff and putting out a lot of the new stuff. We've been really busy writing songs, so we're already at least 7 songs into the next album.
Sweet.
So
Damn.
we're
impressive.
excited about that. And then on the 5th of this month, and we're going to try to do it on the 5th of every month. We're doing a series on YouTube called Practice Sessions.
Ooh.
So we've done 2 thus far, and so this Thursday, what day is the 5th? It's a Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yup. Yeah, so this Thursday we'll be releasing our newest practice session, Risk. So
Sweet.
played in the new style of the duo.
Nice. Love that. Shows. Any shows coming up? You said you got June off.
Yep, we're taking all of June off, and so our next show as Spiked Mind will be July 11th. We're playing at Craft Local with 2 incredible bands. We played Battle of the Bands in Belgrade, and we met this band Meridian. A bunch of kids, like high schooler kids, impressed us. We literally had turned to each other. We'd even told them too, as they were like doing the judging. We were like, we're gonna lose, but we're not upset about it, because they were amazing. We didn't end up losing, but we just gave our prize to them, because we were like, I would have wished I had that opportunity when I was a high schooler.
The stage presence is
On par,
unreal.
just amazing. So they pulled out all the stops. They were very entertaining. And then the other band we're playing with is Sorry Man, and they're funky, and they got like a really just unique rock that they play, and it's just, you just stay strapped in for the whole thing. Their music's super good, and they were really fun to hang out with. Like, while we were in the green room, we were just bullshitting with them. They were just all really chill dudes.
Sweet.
So super excited to play
You have
another
such a
show.
way
And
with
are
them.
they from here?
Huh?
I was just saying, you have such a way with words, Alex.
Anyway, what?
the second band, are they from here or?
No, they are from Bozeman.
Okay, both from Bozeman then?
Yep. Actually, Meridian's from Livingston, but they drove up there for it. But
Gotcha.
yeah. So very, very impressive bands.
July 11th.
July 11th.
All right, everybody go check that out.
I'll be putting out the poster soon. It's got 7-Eleven on it, because anyway.
Sweet. And then you were talking about new record. So you guys are just kind of are y'all done recording?
Almost.
Okay.
Literally all we have left is vocals. I need to go in and finish recording my stuff.
Are you guys going with
Jesse?
Jesse?
Yeah, we're going with Jesse.
Yes, sir.
Always.
Love it. Yeah, that's pretty much every local band that I talk to has gone through Jesse. So
Yeah, we like bounced around for a while trying to find different people, and we just couldn't find anyone that would like just listen to what we wanted.
yeah,
And then went to Jesse, and I just told him, I was like, we want to sound like a garage band. We don't want to have like fluff on our stuff. And he was like, okay. Sends us the first mix. It's like all fluff. And I was like, what did I say? And then he sends it again, and he's like, gotcha.
yeah.
But
No,
no.
he's super easy to work with.
Super easy, super chill. And yeah, no, it's been a very pleasant experience.
Yeah, we need to get back in there soon. Summer's hard to do it, but might have to wait till fall.
Right, fall or winter. That's the time to do it. We started in the winter.
Do you have like a general idea of when you're looking to put it out, or are you just kind of going with the flow?
The entirety of the album will drop on October 31st.
Okay. Oh, beautiful.
Yep.
On
So we will
Halloween.
release some singles before then. But yeah, so for Halloween, we were ahead of it. So Spike Man always does a Halloween party every year.
Yeah.
This year, I have our venue, I have sponsors, and we have the bands. There's literally for the first, even the costume contest, for the first place prize, there's a $1,000 tattoo at Living Canvas.
Damn.
Yep, I already got ahead of it. So that'll be album release, costume contest, Halloween on Halloween. It'll be one of our best Spike Mine Halloween.
Well, that's a nice
parties.
build up too, and like you got plenty of time to like. Well, we're promoting it here too, and it's like that's a good time frame to really build that up. I'm sure it'll be a huge.
Oh yeah, so mark your calendars.
What day does Halloween fall on this year?
It's a
Friday.
Friday.
Perfect.
Yep.
That's
It's either-
perfect.
Yeah, it's either Friday or Saturday. I think it's Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's a Friday. So
Perfect.
yeah, especially the sponsors. We wanted to get that out of the way because we were like, one of the bands that we were talking about, Jade, the Just Another Day on Earth, they're going to be playing on that show, and they're coming all the way from Missoula. So we were like, oh my gosh. But yeah, because of sponsors, they have a place to stay, and they have guaranteed pay, even if we don't make anything off of it.
Nice.
So that's all we wanted. So
Yeah, that helps get the. If there's bands that you're wanting to have come out, then that
yep.
definitely helps. with
They were
that.
like, we would have done it for free. And we're like, no.
You're like, should have told us that earlier.
Yeah.
I hate whenever, like, dude, one time we were playing a show, I can't remember where it was at, but we were talking about pay or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and, like, I'm sure you guys are kind of the same, where it's like, you don't necessarily do it for the money, but it's kind of nice every now and again to get compensated for your work and your time.
Yep.
Yeah.
But my cousin Aaron, our bass player, was like, oh, yeah, we'd play for free, but, you know, and I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like,
Tell them that.
yeah. I was like, yeah, we probably would, but you don't tell them that. Like, if they're handing a check over, yeah.
We
Leave
do it
some
for free.
mystery.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, in that case, we played plenty of free shows before, so I'm sure you guys have as well.
Oh,
We have as
many.
well. As you start out as a band, there's always that, like, this is great. Great, just getting yourselves
Exposure.
out there. Great exposure. Yeah, save exposure for nudists, okay? Fuck you.
Yeah, this is great exposure. It's your two cousins,
I
a
know.
dog.
we learned early on that it's like, as much as I have a lot of love and respect for like the bike clubs in town, a lot of them don't pay worth a shit for shows or don't even help with exposure. And that's something we've always struggled with a little bit, which it's like trying to get people to come to the next show where people be like, where have you been? You guys are awesome. And I'll never see them again.
Yeah. Well, and there's so many of those events where it's like, it's not a concert as much as it's just like an event that you're playing at,
Yeah.
which is
Yep.
hard to do. Like, yeah, you still promote it, but it's like, you're just kind of the background noise in some sense where there's other things going on.
Yeah.
We used to play the Pop Culture Con. So yeah, we'd play nerd music while nerds were doing nerd things, and then we'd go play Super Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. Tournament.
Dude, I remember playing basement shows and like just out of high school, like, which were fun.
Oh, yeah.
That house show Missoula that we talked about earlier, that is the only house show I've ever played.
Really?
Yep. Well, I guess that's a lie. That was
You
the
said there's
first house show I've
200
ever played.
people in there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just shoved in there. They were lining the stairs. They were all in the basement.
That's wild.
And then they were upstairs, like, in the kitchen and stuff because they couldn't get down.
Damn. That's crazy. So, decent sized house, I'm assuming?
It was a big house, yeah. Pretty decent. So,
They're fun, though. Those basement shows.
Oh,
are fun.
yeah. No, it was such a fun time.
we need to start doing that. If
And
I
then we
didn't
just,
live in an apartment.
And then we just, like, slept on their couches.
Yeah, we literally just slept on their couch that night. I went out to the car at some point. He snores real loud.
No. Hey, I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it as well. What are some other shows you guys have played outside of Billings? Because that's one venture I have not made yet.
Heard. We've played in Bozeman a few times. I have played in Bozeman at like Gallatin Labor Temple and the Filling Station, which are both cool venues. I like the Gallatin Labor Temple a lot because it's literally a union hall.
Oh, sweet.
It's super cool. Really punk. There's a lot of really like punk dudes out there that are just really cool. Goners UK. Have you seen them? They're really cool.
Yeah.
The Rocking Chads. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah.
They're on Spotify.
No, really, really cool bands out there. We met a lot of really cool people. And then were you You were with us for that show, right? The Best Damn Punk?
Yep, I was.
Yep. Yeah, we got invited out by Goners to do Best Damn Punk show out there, which I was like, are we punk? But we still had fun with it. So met a lot of really awesome bands. Great experience. Other than that, Missoula.
That's kind of the only two big other hubs to play.
Yeah, Missoula. We played. We played at Pie Hole.
Really?
The pizza shop.
I love that place.
I love that.
Yeah,
Literally
yeah.
every time we go there, we'll like call them up and be like, "Hey, is it okay if we like play in there for a bit? Like
So
we'll
do you
practice
do,
there
like
and
acoustic
stuff."
style then?
No.
No,
No.
straight up, they're perfectly fine with it.
They have the space.
Yeah. And the last time we were there, we it was like a conflict with volume a little bit. So we ended up moving out to the X's. They're just right by there, and so we just played there. And so
Sweet.
So that, and then Monk's Bar. So Monk's Bar, shout out Monks, really cool. It's underneath another bar called the Bodega, and we love the Bodega because whenever we're like waiting to do the show or sound check or something, we're just playing basketball or playing pool, and then Monks is just right in the basement and super cool, really cool stage. They've been super nice to us. Unfortunately, we couldn't go. We were supposed to play on, was it the 30th? It was supposed to be like for Nick's birthday. We were doing a skate show. It was a skate competition in the basement in Monks. And then we were gonna play at the end of the night, but two of the bands had to drop out, and then the event
just fell apart.
Person was just like, we're gonna have to reschedule. So, but what was really cool of Monks is, since we had told them that last time we were out there, we just slept in my car in a Walmart parking lot
For 3 days.
3 days. It was awful. It was terrible. Punk as fuck though.
Yeah, no, it was. Well, like we had all the equipment in there, so we couldn't recline.
We couldn't
the
recline,
seats.
so we're just trying
So
to like.
we literally fell asleep like this.
Oh man.
But yeah, and we told them that. So like this time around, they had booked us a hotel. But unfortunately, we didn't get to utilize that hotel.
Next time, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, next time, hopefully. So I like Monks a lot. Hasn't been like the biggest turnout, but it's been really great experiences.
I'm sure that would have been nice with that skate competition.
Oh
though.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it probably would have been sick. Monks was like first place I've ever gotten, like me personally, I got like a fan thing.
Oh.
One of our fans goes by the Instagram tag Rad Tad Ghost Dad. They knitted me crocheted me a bucket hat, pink and blue bucket hat with the skull on it. And I have it in my car at all times, just ready to wear whenever I need it because I don't want to lose it.
That's awesome.
But no, it was just like so meaningful. I was like, no one's ever done this. I was like, that's really cool.
That is cool.
So I gotta wear it next time. I plan on every time we go out to Missoula, I'm gonna start our shows wearing that hat. So.
Sweet. Fuck yeah. So how long has this been the lineup for the band? Like, I guess when did you said you played bass at first?
Yeah. So
When did you switch over? It's been at least 4-5 months.
yeah, 4 or 5 months that I've been the drummer.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we took a bit. We reworked.
I had to learn a whole spike mindset in like 2 weeks.
It was great when we first did it too. We were playing at Craft Local, and we just didn't know if we were up to that par yet. And so Nick was playing bass, and I was playing my electric through it because my acoustic was like in storage or something, and I couldn't get it anyway. And so we were playing that, and then we got to one of Nick's favorite songs that we played, Low White Blood Cells, and Nick was like, "Can I play the fucking drums?" And I was like, "Sure, whatever."
No, dude, I literally looked over, like it's on video, like you can see me, like I look at Alex and just say, "Fuck it," and I run behind the drum set.
Starts playing the drums.
And just starts playing the drums.
And then for the rest of the show, he played drums to all the songs, and we'd not practiced any of those.
I had also never played drums on stage before.
Oh shit!
It was always like a bedroom thing for me.
So this was just like a middle of the show type of. So
Yeah.
you were just going bass and guitar.
Just bass and guitar.
Yep. Yeah.
And I was like, it kind of sounded like shit. So I was just, I just
well, I didn't know if maybe you were running a drum track or something at that time.
No,
but
no.
Yeah,
but you brought the drums just in case.
Well, so the plan was I was playing. So it was Spiked Mind and Do Fish Make Noise.
Okay.
So it was our drummer's drum set, and
Okay.
I was gonna play for the last 2 songs of Spiked Mind.
Gotcha.
Of our set, yeah. And then
I just ended up playing
like, "Fuck it."
literally the whole set.
That's
Minus
badass.
3 songs.
it went really great. So great crowd interactions.
I mean, that's a good way to jump into the fire
Oh yeah.
on the drum set.
Into the fire. Anyway.
That's
a
Fish
reference
song
to a fish song.
called Into the Fire. And now I'm never gonna hear the end of it.
Hey, so then you've been rocking it for like you said, what, 4 months, 5 months, like that?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 months. We took time to practice it out, and then we worked through all of the Spike Mine original songs that, like, you know, some of them had like different bass parts, different guitar parts. So what we do now is I play the guitar, but we split it between my guitar cab and a bass cab.
Oh,
and
okay.
then I run my guitar through a pog pedal to sub-octave it, and then we changed it tonally so it just sounds like a bass coming out of the bass cab.
Interesting.
Yep.
That
and
works.
so even though when we play chordally, it still is like muddy, it's like a good muddy. And it's just like, it sounds beastly. And it's great all together. You guys can see it on
July
Thursday.
11th? Oh.
Or July 11th. Come
yeah.
come in person. But yeah, Thursday I'll be doing some of that with our video practice session.
Okay.
But yeah, so it was just took a while. We didn't really know if it was like gonna like fully work as the duo, and then we did the Belgrade Battle of the Bands.
Which was my second time ever playing drums on stage.
Yup. Yeah, and we won. And so at that point we were like, "Yep, this will work."
Fuck yeah. Okay, right on. Well, I was gonna say too when you were talking about traveling for shows, that's gotta be so nice. Just like as far as just having 2 of you, because when I think about traveling, we got five guys that have to try and get on the same schedule. I mean,
Yep.
yeah, you know. You got to try and get time off work because everybody's got day jobs,
And some dudes have different projects.
families, things like that you got to deal with, and then it's amount of like how are we gonna get there? Who's pay, like how where are we staying? Type situation, like all that shit is just
Whereas you could just cut costs and sleep in a Walmart parking lot.
right.
Well, so Fish, funny enough, the 5 of us, actually minus 1 guy because he can't make it, but so 4 out of the 5 members are going to Troy, Montana, which is 8 hours away, next week
Yeah.
for a music festival to play. It's called Screaming Brains.
Yeah.
But yeah, trying to figure all that out.
How far is Troy?
It's the like, you know where Libby, Montana is?
Oh, it's up there then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Libby, Montana is
Kind of by Kalispell, isn't it?
20 minutes away, like further away than Troy.
Okay, so
So,
it's a good distance.
It's a when we calculated it,
You're looking at
it's
like a 6-7 hour drive.
no, it's an 8-hour drive.
Yeah.
It's 8?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
So do you guys just get like a trailer to load all the equipment in, or just like throw it in like 3 different vehicles?
So
3 different
Josh, our drummer, Josh Reedy, he has a van that he's gonna take up. Our vocalist, Austin, and his girlfriend, I believe they're taking their car, and then Damien, our bass player, is taking his own car, and then I'm going up with my mom, because my little sister really wants to go. So
That'll be fun, man. I've seen some of the bands on the poster. It looks like it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, we're playing the skate stage.
Okay,
So like right next to
Absolutely,
the skate park.
Yeah,
sick.
it's gonna be so
I'm
cool.
so pumped.
Oh, I mean, we just saw Switch Off Safety here not long ago, and I saw they keep promoting that at that venue
Yeah.
or for that festival.
That festival.
Yeah, that's
Heck
gonna be so fun.
Good.
That's gonna be our. We're not playing that one, but we're playing a festival in July. Clyde Park. It's just north of Livingston.
Huh.
So that'll be our first road gig.
Heck
so
yeah.
That'll be an
Good.
experience.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
it's a campground area, so like there'll be camp. You know, we could just set up tents and stuff like that. So that'll be
Yep.
nice.
It's the same thing with it's super nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than doing the car thing for sure.
Whoa.
Hey, I've had to do that not in a band, but I've had to do the sleeping in the car thing, and it is not fun.
I know. We've been trying to figure out. Eventually, we would like to get a band van,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, both of us are poor as fuck and can't afford that.
Well, I mean, yeah. There's only so much expenses you can have in a band.
We still need. I don't even have my own drum set.
Yeah, it's true. We're still, like
Okay.
borrowing drums, so yeah, we still need to get him drums.
God, I do not envy drummers with all the equipment that they have to you have to have so much stuff, and then you're replacing sticks and heads and cymbals and shit.
Especially with this guy. Placing sticks all the time.
Just smashing around.
Yeah, I break cymbals a lot.
He breaks knuckles.
Sorry,
cymbals.
Josh. Actually, my knuckles are currently broken, like on this hand. Like these knuckles.
Just the...
I hit the drums like they owe me money. Just how I learned. I can't play soft.
If only that were the case, then you could just pay for all the drums.
Right? Yeah, no, it's...
Hits a drum. Oh, a 20.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, my hands are gnarly.
Jeez. Yeah, that's no fun.
It's actually a lot of fun. No.
Well, that's the punk rock side of it, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's punk rock.
Okay, so you guys said you started in high school. Like, that's kind of where... And you guys were in a band together.
The high school modern band.
Yeah.
Yep, high school rock.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's
So-
what you're talking about.
It was a good way to like.
And you both went to senior.
Yeah.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Hell yeah.
Class of 2012. Let me guess, like 2019 or something like that?
For me.
2022.
No. You don't even get to say that.
Oh. I got kicked out, so yeah, I never graduated.
But that would have been.
Yeah, I think.
Probably.
So you would have
yeah.
graduated on my 10-year anniversary, my 10-year reunion.
Bro.
Lord.
The rhythm guitar player in Fish, he graduated the same day I was born.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's,
Amazing.
I mean, it's funny how
And
that
he's
works.
still
Like,
21.
Yeah, the running joke is that Ryan, our guitar player, is always 21.
he's just ageless.
He's just 21. So every birthday, it's his 21st birthday.
No.
I mean, that's a good way to party. But you gotta at least be 21.
He's had
Yeah.
almost 21st birthdays.
Checks out.
Old man. That was directed toward Ryan. So.
Yeah, I figured.
Well, if you think that's old, like as far as I feel old, I think my cousin Aaron's 46. So
26.
we have a nice variety of
They ain't bad. We sat down with another local artist at one time. He's a rapper. Goes by Destino. It's KYO Destino.
Mhm.
Really impressive. But when I mentioned my age, he was like, "Oh, you about unk status," and I didn't know what the hell that meant. And I was like, "Fuck does it mean?" I'm like 23. Unk status.
yeah. What is that?
The fuck?
That's usually
It's
older,
like
right?
the young dudes, yeah, way of calling like people who are getting up there old. But
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm only 23.
Huh?
So yeah, he made me feel old. Get off.
Don't worry, you got plenty of time to feel old.
Oh, I know, and I'm feeling it.
Shit, dude.
Oh, no, like it's crazy. Like he keeps trying to get me to go to a chiropractor.
It's good for you, dude.
I need to do it too.
Dude.
Literally, the
One-
guy I go to. So it's without insurance. The first visit's like $200 because physical and stuff, but every visit after is only $42. That's not that bad. And what's nice is he's super chill that he doesn't require you to come back if he doesn't think you need it. He'll schedule another appointment if he thinks you need it. But for me, I literally just woke up one day after a show. I did too much head banging. I just literally couldn't turn my head. And so I went in on an emergency, and he just cracked my neck, straightened out like my upper back, and I was ready to go for the rest of the day. So occasionally it's nice to go into him.
See, but my problems are a little more
Your problems are up in
extreme
here.
than I just like headbanged too hard. I fell carrying a bunch of amps.
Oh shit.
So the tendons and muscles surrounding my spine from my lower back up to like I guess where the upper part of your back starts, it's all torn
Oof.
and like ripped.
So is that something that just heals over time, or something that would require surgery?
So with like an injury like that, it'll start like super small.
Yeah.
So like, I had like already like just twisted wrong or whatever, and it tore just a little bit. But over time, because like when those tears heal, it'll like build up the scar tissue, but it makes it that much easier to tear, and then it'll tear more. So now, from what started as like a little tear like right above my ass, is now 3/4 of my back just destroyed. Like, it was to the point like I had to get like they had to like carry me in to the emergency room.
Ew.
It was fun.
So what did they do for you then?
They just told me to stop.
Stop
like,
carrying stuff?
Just stop doing music.
Well,
yeah, that's what my doctor told me.
You're like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, no, pretty much. Because, like, I mean, now there isn't really much I can do besides just, like, take it easy.
Yeah.
And we have the back roller in the car. Yeah, you roll your eyes all you want. It helped.
Yeah, but it hurts.
Dude,
it does hurt.
But
Have you used a back roller?
No, I have. I've used them before, but I need to get one because only just in the last 6 months or so, maybe even less, I've had some like lower back pain. Well, it's either between the shoulder blades, and I think a lot of that's due to headbanging. But the lower back is from just what I do for work, and it's, like I'm bent over a lot, and I'm having to reach in and like I'm vacuuming out cards and shit, and so it's like constant movement on the shoulders and then the lower back.
Yep.
And it also could be my mattress, like I'm just sleeping badly too. But it's getting to the point where I start getting like numbness in the legs and stuff.
Ooh, yeah, tingliness usually comes from like pinched nerves too. Yeah, no, back roller can help with that a lot. And if it ever gets worse, there's another great dude I went to one time, Aspen Glow Physical Therapy. I had to do it, so I was really into like strength lifting, and I got too heavy. I probably could have gone heavier, but unfortunately, I had nerve pain. It was just all coursing down my arms. Like, I don't even know. It's like that, almost that feeling if you like whack your funny bone really hard. Just that all the time. And so it happened for like a month, and I couldn't get rid of it. So I hit up this dude, and for like $300 in 3 sessions, he gave me the exercises and stretches to do. I went in, and he's like, "So the issue is you're a guy." And I was like, "What does that mean?" And he was like, "Your nerves just don't floss like they should." And so he showed me how to like make the nerves in my shoulders move, because they were pinched, and it was causing like that numbness. Like half my hands were going numb, and it was just pain all the time. Like, I would literally just sit in a chair and just be shaking because I couldn't do anything else.
Fortunately, right now there's not really pain for me, but it's just discomfort.
Discomfort.
But eventually, it's not gonna go away. I got to do something to fix it. So
back roller's a great start.
Oh, dude, today was rough. I was dying at work. Like, I remember when I got home, I was like, man, these guys might have to just do all the questions themselves because I'm so beat. But then I took a hot shower and I was good to go.
See, that's all you need, Nick. A hot shower. It'll fix your back.
And like the thing that really sucks is like, well, at least with my things, I don't know like all the technical mumbo jumbo with your
whatever
bullshit, but there's like nothing you can really do.
Yeah,
because like it's already like my back. If you like, I don't know what the technical term, but like took pictures of like the fucking like muscles and tendons and shit. It's just all torn to shit. And there's, like I said, there's nothing you can really do.
Just kind of gotta let it heal.
Well, I mean, even when it does heal, though, it's still all that scar tissue.
Yeah.
So, but like,
play through the pain.
120. I just turned 21.
Yeah.
Like literally not even a week ago.
Rose gonna be hitting 23.
Well, I mean, down the line, you could always do stem cells and stuff like that. That could always help, too.
It's true.
Wait, well, that's why I said down the line.
Until we're famous, all right.
Yeah, okay.
Like I said, down the line, when...
But I'd say our usual... We haven't done it recently a lot, but our usual pre-show ritual should help a bit, right?
No, it does. It does a lot.
We do like a together like stretches and stuff. And then I make him roll out his back. But yeah, no, we always have like this stretch routine we do before shows, and it tends to help.
I've been doing it with Fish a lot too.
You've been making Austin do it?
Either Austin or Damien. I'll make him do it.
If Austin, when you see this, fuck you, bitch. You're doing it now.
Austin didn't like it.
I mean, he's the singer. What the fuck else is he gonna do?
Hey, now.
My name's Saul, and that's between y'all.
I mean, you guys have such high energy on stage anyway. It's probably good to do that and just, like,
Oh, yeah.
loosen up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
After our past few shows, we still haven't learned from it, though. We keep, like, turning to each other after the show being like, we need to put some slow songs in the set.
Yeah.
And then the next show, we don't put any in.
Oh, dude. I barely, like, our last show, it wasn't, you know, we were opening the set, so it wasn't, like, a ton of people up front and stuff. It was a good crowd. You know, we had a good turnout. Thanks to everybody that came out, by the way. But I was like light headbanging, rolling my neck a little bit, you know. And after the show, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be sore tomorrow." Like I wasn't even going that hard, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
that's why I'm just like I can't even barely bob my head now without freaking straining my shit.
I felt really bad. We went really ham the last time we were in Missoula. And we played with two cool bands, Civil Strife and
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I'm gonna say I want to say it's Vatima.
Okay,
is how they say it. And they're out of Anaconda, which is even crazier. But no, they were really cool, and we wanted to like be up there. Like part of like what we are as Spike Mine, or who we are as Spike Mine, is we always try to be up front and be the biggest fan for whoever we're playing with. But we were so fucking wiped out from our set that we went to the green room and just died on the couch. And we were like, after the first band was done, we were like, all right, maybe we can do this. I stood up, my leg cramped, and I was like, back down, all right.
Well, and like that was also day 2 in a 3-day
Yeah.
like show thing, because like we had that one in that show in Missoula, and then we had to leave at like 7 in the morning to go to Billings to play a house show at like 2 o'clock
oh shit,
in the afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like we were.
you're gonna get there on the dot.
Yeah. I didn't sleep at all that night, so like Nick was pissed off at me.
I was
the
so mad.
moment he woke up, the moment I saw him open his eyes, I put that car in reverse. I was like, all right, here we go. I started fucking heading.
So mad.
He's not a morning person.
I'm
I
not.
had no sleep, so I was
I'm
just
not
like,
a person. I don't like any
ready.
time of the day.
Yeah, I'm not a morning person either. I couldn't. But it's like I'm the same. I try and like stick around for all the bands and like show support and be standing up there and stuff.
Yep.
But like when you're performing, it's like you gotta remember you put on a show too, so it's okay to have some rest and chill. Because every now and then I'll be sitting down and I'm like, God, I feel like a bitch sitting here watching this band.
That's
you know?
exactly it. Yep.
But it's also like
It's like that imposter syndrome. You're like, oh fuck, I should be there.
and it's a fair point. Like you want community from each of the bands to like show support for each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
so
I'm like, I want to be right up front, even if it's like, there's some bands we played with where I'm like, it's not my thing, but
well,
fuck
it's
it.
I would never expect somebody else to do that for us if I'm not going to be willing to do that for them.
Yeah.
So it's like you're just showing your support, and that's what builds a good community where we can all like enjoy playing together and doing all that. So,
Yup.
which I do think it's been pretty consistently decent. You know, it always goes like this a little bit, but
Always in waves, especially in Billings.
but it seems like there's been a good amount of bands that have stuck around, like staying together,
Yep.
instead of
Yeah.
like there being so many different variations or like just bands changing all the time. Well, I mean, it's still, but it's still under the same umbrella. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
Spike Mind is now
We're now a hardcore shoegaze product.
hardcore shoegaze Christian band.
Oh God.
that's a nice little. I mean, that would be a quick way to get me out. I'd be like, that sounds interesting.
Fish is now a doo-wop jazz quintuplet.
Yep. Austin's still screaming, but now he's just on the stage in the fetal position for the entirety of the show.
It's just jazzcore.
Yes.
That'd be sick.
Jazzcore on nothing but mandolins.
Oh God.
Oh, no. All mandolins except for one didgeridoo.
And there is a guy playing a conga.
Mm.
Yep.
Yep. That's
Just-
it.
Just a guy.
Just
Just
a
one
guy.
guy.
He's not in the band.
Don't know
He's
who
not
he
in the
is.
band. He just kind of shows up.
Yeah.
We're just like, we got congas up here. We just need a guy.
Yeah, just needed a guy.
Yeah. Actually, sometimes he brings his own, which is like whatever, but you know.
So aside from music, what are some things you guys like to do in your free time, or your other like hobbies, or just enjoyments in life? I know music's a huge thing that takes up a lot.
We're just silent.
Is it just music?
I mean, like,
that's fine. I'll let Nick go first on this.
what me?
Because I got two loves.
Oh yeah, cause I went to culinary school. No, I don't know. I mean, like, it's mainly music for me. Like, I don't really play video games a whole lot. I skate a bit.
Okay.
But I mean, like, I can't really do that anymore because of, like, you know,
the back stuff.
I'm fat. I got a bad back. My ankles are all destroyed from skating.
Yeah. And you're fat.
And I'm fat. Did I mention that I'm fat?
And we're on Spotify.
Yeah. No. But I don't know, man. Like lately, I want to say the last like 4 years, it's been like just music. I like to tattoo.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
So I guess that's like I've done all of this stuff.
Oh, you do that?
He tattooed this on me. It's rough because you shouldn't get tattoos on the in-between of your fingers, and I knocked them. But yeah, they're still there.
But yeah, no, like...
He did this all himself.
Damn, that's not bad at all, man.
Yeah, I've done, like, all that.
Damn, that's like pretty damn good line work.
Thanks, man.
Is it all just like self-taught, or...?
For the most part.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got your own machine and all that?
Yep. Yeah, I have like 5 or 6 machines.
You know, I need to take that video of you doing these.
Oh yeah,
that was a great night. He had like a shit cord on it, and so it's really throws it over his shoulder.
Oh, because it wasn't connected.
So yeah, the cord on that one machine, I just used that machine so much, that the cord just became finicky.
Okay.
So he's like
mid tattoo, and the machine would stop. And so I'd have to like you said, I'd like wrap the cord around my neck or fucking.
It's like when you're trying to charge your phone and you got
exactly. That's exactly what it was. Exactly, but with his tattoo.
Well, it's hard to get in a rhythm that way too.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I just did this one.
Dude, that must have been pretty hard.
It was alright.
Like, I guess okay. I'm thinking like. Yeah, right. You're obviously
inside
right.
of your hand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have the inside of my hand tattoo.
And he redoes that from time to time.
I feel like
I've done that.
Hurt like hell too. You're like shaking.
Oh no, it's bad.
Yeah,
it's bad.
He likes the pain.
I guess when you're doing your own tattoo though, you can also like let up a little bit. You're like, you know how hard to go in.
Yeah, but you kind of like have to.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, like my palm, I've done it 3 times now. And I'm gonna do it again.
Do you just draw up the stencils and all that, and then just?
Yep.
Have you ever thought about doing that as like a everyday day job?
See, I've thought about it, but then it would just kind of like I feel like it would take the fun away.
Yeah.
You know, like I just do it because
I like to do it. Nothing more fun than getting a tattoo in someone's kitchen.
That's fair too, where it's like, it's once it becomes a job, it becomes less fun.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've always like worried about with music. It's like, yes, of course, it'd be awesome to just make a living playing music. But then once it becomes like your only, it's like you're relying on it to make your ends meet. Yeah, then it just becomes like work.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which again, it's a double-edged sword where it's like that is the dream, but also you don't want to become like bitter against it.
And one of the like shitty things too is like my wrists. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to get a checkup at some point in time. My mom thinks it's carpal tunnel, like early like stages of carpal tunnel, because it's almost exactly what she went through.
Okay.
Because she was like a hairstylist, and she did like nails and stuff. So she was like doing shit with her hands all the time, like being a musician or a guitar player and a tattoo guy. Like the machines, because they vibrate so much. I can only tattoo for like a day, and then I have to like wait to let my wrists like settle down and stop hurting. So I mean, there's also that too with like the.
If you were gonna do it as an everyday thing, then you're constantly doing it all the time. So
then my wrists are just garbage.
And then that makes the music side suffer. So,
So,
but still, that's a cool thing to do on the side for sure.
Yeah.
Did you do your knuckles too?
No, actually, my girlfriend did my knuckles.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that would have been hard to do the
Yeah,
one side.
That would be.
Yeah, no,
that'd
she
be
did
rough.
this one, my knuckles, and then the side of my neck.
Can you imagine you did your own knuckles and you can like tell what side was the non-dominant hand? It's just like,
I'm actually gonna
Fuck.
try it.
oh, okay.
So I'm gonna redo him, but with this hand, I'm gonna hold the machine still.
Just let
and
me
move my
tattoo you
hand.
one day.
Also, especially like way cheaper that way too. If you're getting all these tattoos, it's like
Yeah, no, 100%. Like I only have gotten, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only gotten 3 or 4 professional tattoos, but by 3 different artists.
so.
Like,
If you were to like freelance that, is that I don't know all the rules with tattooing.
so
Like, do you have to get a license and stuff?
Yeah,
I
so like you
figured.
have to get like
and there's a state
blood,
certificate.
a blood-borne pathogen license and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
You know, you gotta like. There's a lot of like to be able to legally do it.
Yeah.
You need to do a lot of tests.
Get certified
Get
and-
certified.
Yep.
And,
And then there's like proper contracts to protect yourself. And
yeah, so
That's
I've,
fair.
I've totally never done tattoos for money ever.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
never once.
No, never.
But I was just thinking like that could be. I mean, that would be a decent like side gig if you're just doing that freelance.
True.
But yeah, if you got to go through all that certification stuff, that's kind of tough too.
I actually used to do that to pay my rent. So.
Oh, shit.
I mean, no, he didn't.
I mean, no, I didn't.
Oh,
No.
What was the question again?
Oh, yeah,
It
what do
was-
you-
Hobbies and joys outside
Outside
of
of
music.
music.
Because I went to culinary school.
I'm gonna beat you. Do it right now on the couch. Yeah, I went to culinary school. I can't.
Where did you do that at?
Escoffier. They're based out of Boulder, Colorado, and it wasn't too bad. But honestly, I've learned much more in kitchens than I did at culinary school. I just have a piece of paper that's like, he can cook, and that's it. And you know, $8,000 of debt. Now I have $21,000 of student loan debt. So, the trade-off was equal.
Not quite.
Go to school, kids. Figure it out after. Don't. Because I went to college for a little bit, and then I was like, wow, this sucks. And then I did culinary school. And honestly, I only did it because my parents were like, either do school or move out. I should have just moved out. But no, cooking's been it's like the other half to my passions, where I say I'm either going to die on stage or in a kitchen. It's where I want to be. Preferably my own kitchen. I started off as like a butcher. When I was in high school, I was a butcher. And so I was a butcher at Lucky's Market when they were first around. I'd start off as like the cart dude, cashier, and then like literally the butcher block was like, hey, we need to borrow him for a special. And then they never gave me back. And that was fun. And I actually got out of there right before they closed. I knew it was coming. And then I worked at Carne Brazilian Grill.
Hence why you like the Brazilian food.
Yep, yeah, I worked under a Brazilian chef, and he was like trained in France and stuff, and that was like the start of inspiration, where I was like, I have all this knowledge of butchery that even he didn't have, which was great, and then I could learn more off of that and piggyback on like his knowledge of just the basics of cooking, like how to do things. It's where I learned how to make like my first aiolis and like just random like just beginner stuff. My first knife skills and stuff were learned there, other than butchering. Butchering's a lot of knife skill. And then, you know, from there I had moved on. I was the house butcher and line cook at the Buffalo Block for a bit, which was
Nice.
really great because you were running like a little bandsaw. They had a dry aging program, so I got to learn about that. The food was really great, really cool kitchen, really cool people to work with. And then eventually I had made my way. I was right before the field house had closed. I was the sous chef at the field house.
Damn.
I had made that jump up finally, and it was like Ben was reluctant to give me that title because he didn't want to give anyone titles towards the end. But I was like, dude, I'm in here. I'm running the team. I'm helping with orders.
Give me the goddamn
Like,
title.
just give me the title so I can put it on a resume.
Yeah, that, right? That's a good point.
But yeah, I would have never left that place if they hadn't closed. And the only reason they closed was because Ben wanted to move to Portland. He likes it better out there. It was kind of more his scene out there for cooking, and so he just didn't love Billings anymore.
Isn't that like the Pirate Bar now? Is the old Field House?
Yeah, and I'm the sous chef of that.
Oh, really? Are you really?
I am. Yep. Yeah, Captain Scurvy's. Yeah.
So okay, so they're keeping
really
a full
cool
kitchen open and all that.
Yep. Yeah, and it's owned by the dudes who run the Renaissance Festival. So
that makes sense.
What's going to be really cool is since they have this now and it's going to be year round, it's going to be more revenue for them to do it better next year.
Okay.
So next year they'll have more money to do it. So they like where they're at, like with the Red Lodge, Ren Fair. But I've been hearing that the fairgrounds keep charging them more every year, without doing anything for them. Like cleanup or anything. So they're talking about using this as like a way to get a better foothold somewhere else.
Be nice if they could do it where it's like more of a year-round thing or like a summertime thing, more like consistent.
Yep, yeah, and Captain Scurvy's will deliver the experience. Like our servers have like characters that they do, which is really entertaining. Like I was very on edge about it at first. I was like, I don't know about this, but like the kitchen's fun, the coworkers are great, and people being in their characters just become just entertaining for me too.
I'm curious to see how that all works out, mostly because I've been here a long time, and niche things are kind of a tough sell.
Yep, sometimes they hit, but it's been kind of crazy. Ever since we had our opening, which was like the beginning of May, it's been absolutely nonstop. We've made profit already.
Good. Well, and while I say that, we're I do think we're so starved for something new and something like different,
especially in Billings,
that I feel like it could definitely work.
Yep. Yeah. No offense to what's that new place that opened, Jay's or whatever, where Rio Sabina's was. It's like Jay's Steakhouse or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yay, another steakhouse.
Because don't they have one in Bozeman?
I think so.
So I think it's like
something
not
like
a chain, but it's like
chain, but yeah. I'm like, we
see that.
have so many steakhouses that are already great. Like, if I want a good steakhouse, like, meal, I'm going to go to fucking Jake's downtown,
Yeah. You know what we really need more of?
What?
Music venues.
Casinos. Oh, sorry.
You're right. I could use 17 more Lucky Lils.
Right across the street from elementary schools and middle schools.
That's where it needs to
Gotta
be.
get them started early.
Yeah.
Right?
You see, kids, it's the thrill of the chase.
There's no such thing as losing at gambling. There's just losing streaks.
Whoa! Get them while they're young!
If you keep playing, eventually you will win.
You're playing that, like, 3-cup ball thing
You
outside of
only-
elementary school.
You only lose if you stop playing.
You can get a couple wins here and
Dude,
there.
I
Don't think
went
about
and
how much you've
gambled
lost.
the first time I could. I think, you have to be 18.
Yeah.
And I did it. Literally went to a casino, had like $50, lost it all, and I was like, I'm never going to do this again. And from there on, I've never, ever done any sort of like gambling machine unless someone gave me money to do it anyway. I was like, if it's your money,
It's free
fuck
money.
yeah.
I gamble a lot.
And this is why we're poor as fuck, Nick.
Hey.
This is why we can't have nice
I don't know.
things.
I
This is
like
why you
it.
don't have a drum set.
If I have like $20 that I'm gonna go like buy food with or something, I'm gonna fucking.
Why eat?
Hey, because maybe you can eat really nice.
See?
Yeah, how many times you been eating really nice?
Or you just got to eat the casino snacks, and that's your dinner for the night.
They give you free food.
Yeah.
You
And
just have to
take
be-
your money.
You just have to be playing for like 5 minutes.
Right. Just nickels.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Billings needs some music venues. We used to be...
I miss
we
the-
used to be cool, man.
I miss the rail yards.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I didn't know the rail yard existed until too late. I wasn't in that scene until, till afterwards, and then I just get to hear everyone talk about how fucking awesome the rail yard was. And it sucks too now. Like, no offense to Carter's, but they don't do fuck all there anymore.
Well, they tore out the stage and everything.
Yeah, and then now it's like,
boo.
That was the legit like punk rock grunge bar, dive. This is where like you felt at home. Like even when we're playing at Craft, I love that venue. Like, it's great.
I like Craft
or Thirsty Street, awesome. But
Yep.
It's not that like rock vibe. Like,
It's not raw.
We used to, at one point, we were trying to start our own venue. So Spike Mine, we had got our own like warehouse out at what's it? It's like on 80th and King.
Okay.
That Shop World. That's what it is. And so we had a shop that was like a 20, it had to be a 40-foot by 24-foot shop with like 16-foot ceilings. So a big ass shop. And so we had built like a small like 10 by 14-foot room and capped it off. And we had built our own like practice room recording studio there. So although we eventually chose to record in an actual studio because we did it terribly, we did record what would have been the Spike Mine album had we not met Jesse there. We'd already recorded it. We got it done. We had the stuff to do it. There's like a green room next to it, and then I own a PA system. Like some two tops, 2 subs, a whole like rack system and such. And so we were like, well, we've got all this space. Let's start doing shows out here. And so we did a total of maybe 2-3 shows out there. And Fish McNoise played on the last one, didn't you?
Yeah, we got the
last
cops
show.
us.
Yep.
Aww.
So some old dude called the cops and was like, "Pete, there's underage drinking going on out here." And there wasn't. We literally had a rule that was like, no, no fucking drinks in here.
Yeah.
So if someone was doing it, it's not on our fucking conscience. But he had to be an old cunt about it, and then
Yeah, just
I'm sorry, just keel over and die already, old man.
tell us how you really feel, Alex.
But then eventually, Shop World had like an HOA, which was super dumb.
Oh man.
And then the HOA was like, no more live shows. So we were like, wow. So we just ended up getting out of that shop. It'd become unaffordable anyway, but we were just super disappointed.
I mean, you had the right idea in mind, And I do think we need more venues on that side of town, too, because there's nothing.
Yeah, for real. Everything is downtown. Kirk's Grocery, Craft Local, Thirsty Street, Craft Local.
I guess
Kirk's Grocery,
technically you could say it's
Thirsty
that
Street.
Red Ox spot, but they don't.
That's still like downtown-ish.
Oh,
though.
no, for sure.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get
And
utilized nearly
I
as
really
much.
like that spot. You know why it doesn't get utilized as much? Because it's too fucking expensive to play there.
Oh, is it really?
Literally, we just shot we shot a music video there, and apparently what we paid is cheaper than what other people were paying, and we paid $500
Ooh.
to do a music video there that we now have to scratch. But
Oh, man.
but it was like, it was end of season. They weren't gonna have anything there anyway. I was just like, God damn, $500. I'm like, dude, we don't make that much. And we were using my sound system and stuff. It's not like they were providing anything other than we just happened to be at the
It's
stage.
just to rent the space.
And they were taking care of the lawn,
Yeah.
which they would have done anyway. And like, I get that, like there's the care that takes to put into the stuff and all that. But I'm like, when you make it so unaffordable that bands can't actually play there, what's the point?
There was a rumor that they were going to try and build I think Sean from Pub was going to try and I
Outdoor
guess
pavilion.
we can talk about Pub
Yep.
too. Pub.
Yep.
Did you mention Pub?
I did not, but
Yeah.
yeah, Pub Station,
Another
Thirsty
downtown
Street, Craft Pub Station.
But they said they were going to open it up
Spotify.
and it was going to be downtown too. But I don't think that ever took place.
I
Yeah,
think the plans didn't fall through, is what it was.
Yeah, because I was hearing stuff about it, like, I think last year, maybe even 2 years
there were
ago,
some like
maybe?
reports on it, like actual like news articles. And
That'd be
such.
sweet.
It would be fucking terrific. But it's just kind of like weird. I don't know. The Billings music scene is like kind of weird, where it's like, we're not gonna get Magic City Blues Fest anymore for some fucking reason.
Yeah, it's stupid.
They won't approve that, but yet again, we'll still get Alive After 5 from the Downtown Billings Association. Shout out, they're pretty cool.
Well,
And
because they
Alive
make a lot
After
of money
5
on
is
booze.
great, but yeah, I'm like, make a lot of money off of booze and stuff. But it's like, it's become less about the music, where it's like, those venues. So did you know for Alive After 5, the venues choose the band?
Right.
So they pay to sponsor it, and then they're like, we're gonna have these dudes. So it's like, if you want to open for a band or something like that, because you can put in your information to it, which we've done. But we're not going to get picked because, like I said, even though we've been here for years, it's just like really hit or miss if we get people's attention. I don't really know how to change that. We're like, I think Spike Mine, our music is approachable, and like I think we put on a fucking good show.
Well, you guys have a handful of covers too, don't you?
Used to.
Okay.
We're still
We
going to
haven't-
throw in some more, but we haven't done a lot of covers in a while. We've been playing our originals.
That's good.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, we haven't played a cover in, like,
Good few months.
Five
I just know that
months.
that's usually what those Alive After 5 want
Yeah.
anyway. I've never even like humored the idea of doing an Alive After 5. I think it'd be cool because it's a huge crowd.
I know, yeah. We
But-
had played like some covers with, and that I was trying to get us to open again for them, but I guess they just didn't want us or something. But was Repeat Offenders.
Yeah.
So we opened for them when they were at the pub station for the Butterball, and that was fun.
That
It was
was
great.
insane.
Played for, what was that, like
it was like
700 people?
Nice. Damn.
Yeah, great crowd, awesome show, really fun. And we'd play like a mashup of Green Day songs and stuff. And that was like, we played a bunch of covers, but I think we just fell out of that crowd in some way where it's like, it's just hard to get people to come to the shows. I don't know what we gotta do.
I've always thought of it like this. Like the cover band thing, you definitely open yourself up to more opportunities and different, like, you know, they got the thing over here at, sometimes they'll do those, patio shows or whatever at,
Squire.
Yes.
Yep.
But they want cover bands.
Yep.
Um,
You can play honky tonk.
Tinies will have shows sometimes, cover bands. Like
cover bands.
it's always those random ones that aren't actual venues.
It sounds like really mean to say it, but I say this to Nick all the time where I'm like, if you are not a fucking metalhead or a punk, as long as you can play some honky tonk music and be in a cover band, you'll make it in this town.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and and it's weird because like we have a lot of metalheads in this town. Like, Do Fish Make Noise will always consistently pull a better crowd than Spike Mine will.
Well, it's
Just
nice
how
when
it
you have
is.
a fan following. Like, you got your friends, you got your family, but then
Well,
you got
like,
genuine people who like just enjoy
actual
your music.
fans.
And
Yeah.
like, we have like people who like have started to get the
The fish,
tattooed on them.
nice.
Like one of my best friends, Parker, her mom, I think tore her ACL, like at a show,
Jeez,
and over the scars got the fish logo tattooed.
nice.
I've personally tattooed like, I want to say
five?
it's a lot more than that. Like I want to say there's like 15 to like maybe 20 people who have like fish tattoos, either like DFMN or like the
Or the
actual
fish, yeah.
or the fish.
That's
I
badass.
won't. That's just because I'm jealous.
I actually don't have any tattoos, but it's on my list. I still plan on
One day.
and I do think I would get the Cutthroat logo at some point.
Hell yeah.
Um,
We've talked
yeah.
about getting the Spike Mine logo at
I'm
some
gonna
point.
get it on the side of my head.
Yeah, he's gonna get it on the side of his head. I
That'd
don't
be
know
sick.
where I'm gonna put that shit.
The
But
side of your head.
The other side.
I don't know if I can though. I have like really just intense like psoriasis on my scalp. Like when we did this is the first time I had ever like dyed my hair before. And so when we did this, trying to play off, because he had already had purple hair, and we were going through this change in the band, and so I was like, we need to fucking hammer down on this and make it a bigger thing. And so I was like, I'm gonna dye my hair bright fucking pink. That bleach was awful. It burned so much. He has no effect from it. Does not bother him at all. But for
I've
me,
also been dyeing my hair consistently
Yeah.
for like
yeah, for me it was
7
just
years.
awful. And it's just because like I have nice-ish hair, but yeah, I literally have like scabs and stuff in my scalp at all time. And
Well,
it's
that's another reason why I won't. Well, I haven't done the tattoos yet, because I have pretty like sensitive skin as well. Like I get break out a lot, so I don't know how the ink would actually like do with
or
it,
take,
how it would
yeah.
take with it. I mean, I'll probably just start with something small at first.
he's getting a butterfly tramp stamp.
No, my tramp stamp idea. I'm gonna get
my god.
I'm gonna get ka-chow with a lightning bolt, like pointed right
Going
at my
down the
ass.
crack.
Yep.
That's a pretty good one.
Ka-chow.
Yes.
This is the end of Spike Mine.
We've said that like 3 times.
had the end of it.
This whole, yeah.
We have our ups and downs. We're on Spotify. Always having fun.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But no, that's sick with the, whenever you get a good following, you know, and never say never. Like, you never know when you guys are...
We tend to have a better poll in Missoula.
Really?
Honestly, and that's why we really like to keep going back there, is when we played that house show and stuff, we met a lot of really cool people, really cool bands. And so when we're out there and we tell these people that we're going to be there, that's who's showing up, is like all these like college age kids, like people our age who are just in it and they fucking love it. And it's just, yeah, I think that's just who we appeal to. And unfortunately, Billings is just like an older town. A lot of older dudes, a lot of older folks.
Yeah, I think that kind of helps us a little bit in a way, because I think we're more, I would just call us like hard rock. Like, it's kind of, we play a little bit of different stuff, but it's like, it's a little bit more jives with, I think, what radio audience type listen to, you know. It's
literally,
it's not, which kind of sucks, because I feel like it puts us out with a lot of local musicians, because it's like, you know, a lot of people want to be more hardcore and more, but it's like, and then look at us like we're dad rock and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we're just playing what we like to play, you know, we're just playing what like comes natural, kind of a thing.
No,
Well,
yeah,
like, that's all it's
like
about,
when we
man.
talk about it, like I have like a certain like sense of vanity where like I like talk shit about bands. I'll admit it.
I
But
think
at the end of the day, you know, I give respect where respect's due, even if I don't like your stuff personally. You're fucking doing it.
Oh, and
And so not about Cutthroat.
but no, I know what you're saying. Like, I get the same thing. Like, if you're out there, because especially when you've done it, you know, you understand what goes into doing it. You know, it's easier to be judgmental and be all that when you're not, when you don't know the hardships and like the traveling, the staying up and writing songs, the putting together an album. You know, like there's a lot that goes into it, and
then as a band, you get to be like jealous sometimes. You're like, how did they do that? God.
I love that though. I would rather play a show with like when we played with Pressure Knot and Old Ones. It's like I want to play with badass bands. Like I want to be shown up or be felt like we could get shown up, because then that'll force us to put on our best show.
Yep.
Like let's just make the best show.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Plus, if you're playing with good bands, they're usually going to bring good crowds. So it's like now you're just mixing crowds and everybody gets a little bit of everything.
Yep. Yeah. We had to. We literally had to go ham right out the gate when we did that Belgrade Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
Because we were the first band.
It's tough to set this tone.
Yeah, and so me and Nick literally have been talking about it for like the entirety walking up to it. We were like, we have to bring it our all. And so that video is on our YouTube as well.
Nice.
And we literally just... I'm going ham. I'm dancing around the stage. Right at the beginning of it, I accidentally knocked the mic with my guitar. But we pulled together, and like in the moment too, we were both like, I was pitchy. I fucked up shit. And then Nick was like, oh!
The curtain dropped and I just went...
Just started spiraling.
Yep, yeah. But you know, we got to meet the really nice people out of it, and then, you know, as far as the judges were concerned,
Dude, honestly,
we fucking did it. So
the performance side of it is a whole part of it as well. Like, if you're putting on a show, sometimes people don't even care what it sounds like, as long as, you know, obviously you want to sound good and tight, but that's only half the battle. Like, you got to be able to like engage and like be something that's worth watching. It's not just about hearing. Like, you're there to entertain. Yeah. So there's a whole, you know, that's a whole another aspect to it all.
Yeah.
And you guys do a really good job at that. So.
Well, thank you.
It's shit. You could be just like sitting at the bar drinking, and you're hearing it, and then you turn around, and you're like, you know, if you can be engaged, that's gonna just bring you in more, and you're like, these guys were fun. You know, these guys are fun to watch, and on top of it, the music's good. You know, it's like that's a whole package deal.
That's what we always try to do. We always make like jokes at our shows, and we you know,
like Spotify.
Yeah, we've done that Spotify bit for a while now.
Hey,
oh god, we're on Apple Music,
Spotify,
YouTube Music,
Spotify,
Deezer,
Spotify,
Amazon
Spotify.
I'm gonna write that in the description. Oh, by the way, they're on Spotify.
Yeah. One time, someone like called out from the crowd to be like, "Are you guys on Spotify?" We were like, "No." No, we're not.
At the time you weren't there.
No, we were. We were.
Like,
we had
no, sorry,
we had
no,
just
we're not.
got done doing the bit, and they went, "Are you guys on Spotify?"
Oh, okay.
And me and Alex like looked at each other, paused.
No.
That's awesome. I love that. All right, guys. Well, let's wrap this bad boy up. We've done about an hour and a half here.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Time flies by when you're having fun.
Oh, I know. And it's once you start getting into it, it's easy to keep rolling.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we could
Oh,
just
yeah.
talk all night about music. I mean, it's one of my top topics.
True. We've done this with a lot of musicians after shows, too, just talking to them.
Just hash it up and just run shit back and forth. That's easy.
So did you know if you played Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon
Oh,
backwards-
shut up.
I always like to end my episodes with a positive motivational message from the guests. What do you got?
All right. So,
I'm gonna let Alex
yeah,
take
Nick
this one.
asked me about a half hour before we showed up, what do you got? And I was like, so, no, I mean, for our inspirational thing, I just figured we'd talk about, like, what Spike Mine is or what we've always represented. What we try to do is we always try to represent the ideas of doing something. We want you to move around and have fun. Saying something. We always want to have, like, some sort of message, whether we're making a connection or a political statement. We're always saying something. And then being something. You know, we never want to try to be anything more than who we are. So we don't want to be ingenuine. We just want to be ourselves, and we're goofy, we're weird.
And also, like, don't afraid to be yourself either. Like, I don't know.
Don't afraid to be.
Is that what I said? Is that what I said? Don't afraid to be yourself, man.
Yeah, don't be afraid to be yourself.
Oh no, there's another one that I'm just never gonna live down.
Don't afraid to be yourself.
Oh, that's fun.
That's wonderful.
I'm never gonna
But
get the end
yeah,
of that.
I mean, if there's anything inspirational to take out of it, it's just that we've been doing this for a while now, and we're not burnt out. We're just doing it. We're living it. We're having fun. And I mean, as long as you keep loving it, then it's going to keep loving you back.
Absolutely. I love it. Right
We
on.
love you too.
Well, go check these guys out on Spotify,
Apple Music,
Apple Music, YouTube. Like I said, I'll leave a link to the social medias so everybody
Spotify.
and to the Spotify, and so that way people can follow you guys and catch the next shows and all that stuff.
Cool.
And the CD coming out soon. Hopefully.
No one take a shot every time we say Spotify. Spotify.
Spotify, and don't forget, life's a garden. Dig it.
Dig it.
You've got